3. Once David Nesbitt and General Mills said, America is the richest country in the world, and yet today many of the neighbors will go to bed hungry stomach. It may be a child's schoolmate who is undernourished and has difficulty learning on empty stomach. It could be our coworker working with us or a mother who has a low wage that does not make his ends meet. Or it could be perhaps our elderly neighbor who has to make a decision whether to fill his prescriptions or buy groceries for his home. The author says the faces of American hunger are as broad as faces of America. According to the USDA, US Department of Agriculture, they define food insecurity as lack of consistent access to food, enough food to have a active and healthy life. As from the intro, you guys must have understood that our main problem is hunger and food insecurity. According to the recent survey data from the US Census Bureau, as of June 7, 9.7% of adults lived in households where there was either or often not enough food to eat in the past week. Moreover, in 2020, an estimated 1 in 8 Americans were food insecure. That is equal to 38 million Americans, including almost 12 million children. Can you believe it? If you think this food insecurity is due to pandemic, then you are thinking wrong. Food insecurity goes far back. Let's take example. In 2019, about 1 in 10, or we can say 13.7 million American households were food insecure. Southern states such as Louisiana, Mississippi have the highest prevalence of food insecurity. And the shocking thing is, in these states, they do not have minimum state wage. They only have federal minimum wage, that is only $7.25 per hour. Even the states that have state minimum wage are still have large population that is suffering from food insecurity, because the reason is minimum wage is so less that they cannot afford groceries, housing, and other of their expenses at the same time. For example, minimum wage in Alaska is only $10.34, whereas in Florida it's only $10. There are many other states that have minimum wage less than $13. So let's ask from the audience, could you survive or even feed your family with such less pay? Because I can't. As now we have known how big this problem is, we should understand that it's time we demand to increase the minimum wage. We should demand to increase the minimum wage up to $15 per hour, because some states have no state minimum wage, or if other states have minimum wage, it's very less to afford groceries, housing, and other expenses at the same time. In September 2016, an economist named William M. Rogers III wrote an article, The Impact of $15 Minimum Wage on Hunger in America. Through his article, he said by increasing the federal minimum wage up to $15 per hour, by 2023, we would make a major impact on food insecurity across the nation. Almost 1.2 million households would achieve food security by 2023. By doing this only, the food insecurity would decline by 6.5%. Benefits are not only distributed to households solely at or below poverty. Just over 652,000 households would have incomes that would exceed 185% of the poverty line, and which comprise 56% of the beneficiary. In the final analysis, I would say that government should increase the state as well as the federal minimum wage. As we have seen, hunger and food insecurity is one of the biggest problem in America, as approximately 17.4 million households experience food insecurity because people do not have enough money to buy groceries and have money for other expenses. So I think we should demand to increase the wage to increase by $15 up or more. As a report shows that increasing the federal minimum just by $15 per hour by 2023, we would have major impact on food insecurity across our nation. The share of the food insecure household would be falling by 6.5%. Six states will experience a decline in food security rates over 8% as low as it will fall by 8.8% in Iowa. North Dakota, it will fall by 11.4%. New Hampshire, the food insecurity will fall by 9.5%. Pennsylvania, it will fall by 8.5%. Virginia, 9.7%, and Wisconsin, 8.5%. So, my fellow friends, I think there is demand. We should put a demand to increase the federal and state minimum wage so we can tackle this problem of food insecurity and hunger. Thank you.